What business do you have here? Let me guess. Is it the petition outlined in the Parliament's Representation Act, 2177? Indeed. Everything is in order. I think congratulations are in order. Very few get to enter the palace in their lifetimes. The main entrance is just for show. You'll have to take the discreet entrance. It's the red telephone box on Bridge Street. It'll be ringing. Go without delay. They are waiting for you.
I think I'd enjoy a good fox hunt. Shame they shot that.
finally awake. Your determination is impressive. All those signatures, so little time. You certainly earned the moniker of Wayfarer. A foot soldier, born for war. A war that never ends. Smythe's war. I work for the man you seek. He doesn't speak with people unless it benefits him. Which is why you're here. He's a liar, and he deserves to die for the lies he's told. I wasn't given a choice in my occupation. As I said, I was born for this. There are others who would see him dead. Others who work for him. You can help achieve this. That guard over there, I'd need to kill him to set you free. Then, as we make our way to the surface, I'd kill every last person we encountered. Then, Smythe would want to find out who did it. Then, I'm a dead man. When you make it out of here, go to the old Science Museum in Kensington. The director there, Mr. X, has been imprisoned by his own operatives. Find him. Speak to him. A prison. A prison buried in the ground, where the inmates live on borrowed time. Gentry incompetence is all that stands between them and execution. The very thing these people fought against is keeping them alive. Dissidents, spies, people that make my employer uncomfortable. The Parliament Representation Act 2177 was made during a time in which such a task was impossible. No commoner was ever supposed to enter Westminster Palace. You beat the gentry at their own game, but unfortunately for you, my employer holds power far greater than gentry laws. Your possessions are in a footlocker in the barracks. Agreed. I wish you success, Wayfarer.
No time to waste. Every minute we spend gabbing is another minute the gentry spend plotting.
Who's there? Hey.
place worthy of being called home. There you are. Are you all right? Let's avoid all these phone booths for now.
Row, Britannia! Britannia, roll the waves!
Stay away from any big red buttons. We don't want to cause another nuclear apocalypse.
Identify yourself.
I'm wrong, but I knew it. We're being attacked.
Standing down.
I can see you're behind. interrupt your regularly scheduled wandering, but keep an eye out. I need to get my ears checked.
I'll get straight to it, since you've come such a long way. Under the direction of Smythe, you were abducted, hauled off to a lab and experimented on. They would have killed you afterwards. But due to unforeseen circumstances, you survived. Those very same unforeseen circumstances brought us together. With my insight and your dedication, we can take Smythe out of the picture. Forever. Any questions? Nothing you haven't already figured out. I only met him once, and even then he was shrouded in darkness. Behind a glass screen, he tends to be elusive, even with his most loyal underlings. Fine. Perhaps I was holding back a little. I know they've been around for a very long time, and I'm talking pre-nuclear. Smythe's longevity has something to do with the angel cloning technology. That's all I know. It seems that Smythe figured out I'm working against him. For some reason, he's keeping me alive. To what ends, I don't know. What I do know is that my operatives no longer follow orders. They refuse to let me leave this room. My only access to the outside world is that clone, the one who sent you here. He's a clone. A flash clone, to be precise. I don't believe he has a name. They have serial numbers. People of his kind have incredibly short lifespans. After 3 years, they start to deteriorate. They're also prone to errors, most of which are noticed, and the clone is destroyed. But he has an error that has so far gone unnoticed. Free will. Most clones are obedient, biologically subordinate to their master. He has overcome this. Of course not. Smythe chose it. My name isn't the only thing he took from me. The plan is that we send Smythe to Kingdom Come. He'll be attending a tournament in Westminster. He actually plans to show his face in public. Can you believe it? At first, I couldn't. But everything checks out. All available information suggests he'll be there. This is unheard of. A once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to end his reign of suffering, once and for all. He'll be up in the gentry box. You won't be able to get up there, but I have a straightforward solution. It's simple. Place an explosive device beneath the box. Set a timed detonation. And watch the fireworks. That depends on your definition of innocent. The gentry are like children, yes, but only in the sense that they are shallow, spoiled, and pompous. They are diabolical. A servant up in that box is wealthier than all of Eastminster. Their pre-war utopia is built on the broken backs of innocent people, and without Smythe, they'd have nothing. Yet they reign, vainglorious across the wastes. Considering the state of the world, I had a good childhood. I was happy, in awe of the little things. In the outer ruins of Eastminster, there's a statue, some sort of dog. My parents took me to see it. Something about it brought me joy. Pure and authentic joy. When they died, I was without guidance, without direction. That's when Smythe found me. At first, I was given simple, inoffensive initiatives. They became more sinister as he began to trust me. Smythe isn't a man you refuse. So, as time went on, I lost all semblance of humanity. I quite recently returned to that statue. It was nothing to me. Just a chunk of stone. I oversee initiatives, mostly relating to psychology. I guess that's my specialty. He's spent lifetimes corrupting this city. He'd rather make London a crater than agree to step down. No, he's a parasite and should be treated as such. We must cut off the adder's head. Excellent. The fate of London is yours to bear, friend. From what I've heard, you're more than capable of doing this. So do it with conviction. Good. May the cards fall in your favor. Here's a time detonation device. Attach it to the explosives you place under the box. Ideally, time it for when the games start. That's when you can be sure Smythe is up there. Good luck.
Ugh!
Yeah, don't mind me.
Nothing to see here. Welcome, esteemed guests, to the most spectacular event of the year. Jousts, duels, and archery. The finest of old world entertainment. I didn't quite see it. Hold it out for me. Just hand me ticket. You are hereby invited to the 2076 Annual Socialist Conference. Blah, blah, blah. Bring your own refreshments. I take it you don't have a ticket? Then I'm under no obligation to let you in, I'm afraid. All spectators must purchase tickets in advance. It's within my powers to make the occasional exception, yes. Though, of course, you'd have to do something for me first. Very reasonable, I'd say. The task shouldn't be too difficult. That robot, Guido, they call him, Protectron model. He is the bane of my existence. Really is. I've had enough of his pamphleteering. Make some of the guests uncomfortable. Convince him to leave. With all honesty, I'm not too sure. This is by far the oddest event I've greeted for. Supposedly there's an important guest attending, but no one knows who. My first guess would be the Prime Minister. But then, why all the secrecy? Great. I'll let you through when the job's done. I wish I could meet the Queen.
Greetings. I hope you're enjoying your evening. Please read this material when you have the time. A better future is possible, comrade. Back the 5th column. The 5th column is everything the gentry isn't. We fight for the downtrodden, rather than the rich and powerful. We are the bastion of justice in these dark times. The glorious Eve Varney, of course. Mistress is the paradigm of leadership. To restore London to its former glory, and build a great and bountiful empire from its ashes. We are always recruiting, friend. Visit our headquarters on Cable Street. Affirmative. Guido will return to his mistress. Affirmative. Guido will return to his mistress.
I do hope Father is proud of me.
I can't believe you actually did it. Thank the Lord. As promised, you're free to go through. Oh, and watch out for those Camelot knights. They say a great army's been built down in Wandsworth, one to rival the Tommies. And they're part of it, supposedly.
Before you ask, I've never even heard of Camelot. A group of very bad people. Totally despicable, in fact. I'm really bad at this. Just talk to Assault. Patience is key, for the quest continues.
Yeah? Tristan? Of course he did. He's never been very subtle. Bless him. Yeah, we're involved. We're always looking for recruits. Go to the fort in Richmond Park. You can't miss it. We will transform London into a true representative democracy. We aren't officially on the gentry's radar. When they kicked us out of Eastminster 7 years ago, they essentially forgot about us. They still haven't completed the paperwork necessary to redeclare us a threat. Bureaucrats. We're always looking for... Go to the fort. You know what? I happen to find something of that nature in my locker. Beats me how it got there. Wouldn't it be a shame if someone were to use it on these gentry folk? A crying shame. Wish me luck.
Am I invisible, or are you an invalid? Which is it?
I'm in touch with humanity.
I guess I can spare a few minutes.
If you're looking for a place to stay, try the 2 Westminster Chairmen. They're open to comments.
Life at the top is immensely satisfying.
Absolute finest.
People have a negative attitude. That's what's stopping them.
What technique that was.
Speak your mind. Hail, mate.
I do hope Father's proud of me.
What technique that was. That one deflected right off the armor. What a spectacle.
It must be horrible to live in places without luxury.
Thank you to the Knights of Camelot for putting on such a great spectacle.
If I see one more up-and-comer peasant, I'll go mad.
Interested in some refreshments. I meant to say refreshments. Absolutely. It's incredible I was even let in with this stuff. Until next time.
Ooh, it's you.
Oh, what a great day.
You've done it. Good. Now we wait. I needed to see you do it. I needed to be sure. My death is coming soon. I can feel it. But at least I'll die a free man. And all I ask is that I'm buried in a free land. Do you have any idea what it's like to be created in a lab? I wasn't just born into slavery. I was born for it. Born to kill. Born with the knowledge that I was going to die within 3 years. My first assignment was in the angel slaughterhouses. I killed my siblings. Those who were at the end of their life cycle. I watched as they dissolved in acid. Screaming. They could feel death. That's when it awoke within me. Free will. I've hated them ever since. Every day we wonder when it will happen. When the time will come to be thrown away and forgotten. Forever. At least I'm fortunate enough to do something about it. The others, they just can't bring themselves to hate their master. As I said, we wait. The games will begin shortly. Agreed.
Thank you to the Knights of Camelot for putting on
Stand by for an announcement from the head of the civil service.
Salutations. It is with great sadness that I address the city in these troubling times. My thoughts are with the families of those who lost their lives in this tragic incident, and I'd like to declare a moment of silence. During times like these, it is the duty of civil service to ensure that tonight's events are not repeated. Therefore, we shall be stepping up to ensure the continuation of government services while this state of emergency is ongoing. Compliance with these groups is compulsory. If anyone has any questions or queries, please direct them to the office of the head of the civil service. Keep calm and carry on.
One moment, please. One second. And done. Oh, it's you. I'm afraid I can't let you in without a bowler hat. It's policy. Go right in. I'll buzz you through.
I do hope Father is proud of me.
Maybe I'll visit outside the walls sometime. See how the other half live.
Ahoy hoy, wayfarer. Our meeting will have to take place over the telephone, I'm afraid. Scheduling conflict. Even so, I'd like to thank you for your assistance up until now. You're more helpful than you realize. Well, I'm glad you're glad. Everything at that tournament went according to plan. At any rate, congratulations on moving up in the world. You've certainly taken advantage of all this troubled city has to offer. Your diligence is almost impressive. Nobody's ever managed to discover as much about Angel in so little time. But I can't help but feel animosity between us. So, in the spirit of goodwill and discovery, I'm willing to offer you a deal. Cooperate with my organization, and I'll give you my most valuable resource. Information. Because information is power. And I know who you are. Who you really are. Go on. Angel believes in whatever I want it to. I am Angel. And what I believe is on a need-to-know basis. I have bold plans for this city, and I want someone equally bold to enact them. I could get into specifics, but I won't. That's something we can discuss at a later date. Good. Cooperation with Angel can be summed up in an utterance. Do as you are told. Follow that simple rule and you'll get everything you've ever wanted. Considering you have no bargaining power, that's a pretty good deal if you ask me. So, wealth is your ambition? Typical. But I'll try not to judge. I can guarantee you'll be paid more than the gentry's subsistence wages, and certainly more than the pocket change handed out by the pros. In fact, when this is all over, I can make you a millionaire on the spot. Not that you'll need it, of course. When one achieves ultimate power, they tend to find things fall into place for them. I'm listening. Your indecisiveness is discouraging, but I'll chalk it up to ignorance. When you come to your senses, there's a card on my desk. Go to the address on it. This conversation is over. Be seeing you.
I'm in touch with humanity. Am I invisible, or are you an invalid? Which is it?
Maybe I'll visit outside the walls sometime.
I live in fear knowing you people can reproduce.
I live in fear knowing you people can reproduce.
What the? First mistake, lost.
Head up down!
Yeah! Ugh!
Stop! Stop! My test subjects! What are you doing to my test subjects?
man talk. I thought you were some sort of animal. Are you satisfied? Did culling my precious patients curb your bloodlust? Wait a second. A bold display of wanton violence? A disregard for authority? Ah, you're Smythe's new lackey, aren't you? The Wayfarer. Yes, and who do you think asked him to do that? Next time, try not to destroy my experiments. Perhaps we started things off on the wrong foot. I see your value now. Come, make yourself useful. Meet me in my office.
Welcome, Wayfarer. I am Director Wesley Herbertson, and you are now in my employ. Shall we begin? This is an Angel laboratory, the last bastions of technological progress in London. I have given you my name and title. What more could you possibly need? Smythe found me, and made me the offer I've been waiting for my whole life. A chance to experiment, free from the needless shackles of pointless ethics. Let's not earn his ire by wasting our time in such frivolities, Nothing short of the answer to the most daring question of the atomic age. Can a commuter be saved? Can they be brought back from the brink of insanity? Have their faculties restored? Reclaim their humanity? Shall we get on with it, then? I am not hiding here. This is my home. Or would you rather I live up there like a common swine? Very well, I won't. You were sent here because you are quite capable of getting things done. And right now, that is what I need. Someone who will get things done. What do you know of the ghoul feralization process? A word of advice from a fellow pursuer of the truth. The consensus is nothing more than a system of oppression. I have dedicated my life towards undoing feralization, in essence clearing a ghoul's mind. And now, I'm a few steps away from finishing my revivification serum. Or at least I was, until my last patient had an extreme reaction which required an urgent surgical procedure. 2 bullets delivered directly into the brain. Turns out we need DNA samples from fresh commuters to finalize the serum. So I had a few of my underachieving scientists schoolified. They are currently wandering about downstairs. I sectioned off that part of the lab to be a habitat of sorts for my test subjects. I want you to go down there and collect 4 DNA samples for me. Understood? Good. I've prepared some tools for this mission. Terminate the ghouls and extract a sample with this. I won't wish you good luck. Competent people don't need it. Now go. I see you're back. But your task is not yet complete. What do you want? Because it is inevitable. Do not concern yourself with the why. That is my domain. Focus only on the how, as in, how many more inane questions do I have to answer before you go do your job? I have a theory, but I fear it won't make any sense to you. In simple terms, it all comes down to cause and effect. The serum by itself can't reactivate a commuter's brain. It requires external stimuli, human interaction. For some reason, the commuters are afraid of me. Yes, I know it makes no sense, but it's the only theory I have. Then go. I see you're back. But your task is not yet complete. What do you want? Then go. Yes, your eyes do not deceive you. Those are the 4 commuters. All over 100 years old, all waiting to be liberated. My assistant will take those samples. Now that I've seen what you can do, I believe you have an extra part to play in this experiment of mine. The most crucial part of this whole experiment. With the samples you have procured, I will dose all 4 ghouls with a revivification serum. But that's only the first part of the process. The test subjects require human interaction in order to chemically reactivate certain parts of their brain. In other words, someone needs to be in the cage with them. And right now, that someone is you. Why do you insist on asking this question? What do you expect to hear? Would you pester George Mallory for his reason to climb Everest? Even after he provided the perfect answer with, because it's there. Focus on the mission at hand. You seem quite capable of handling yourself. Why worry? Only one of us is skilled in the art of self-defense. I'm a scientist, not a fighter. Besides, my death would be a bigger loss than yours, strategically speaking. Wonderful. Step into the cage. The serum has been administered. I'm releasing the first commuter. Interesting. How curious. You may have noticed that ghoul was particularly tough to deal with. Don't worry. Enhanced strength and endurance are a known side effect of the revivification serum, as is enhanced aggression. Releasing next subject now. A similar reaction. Make a note. That was unexpected. Are you holding up, Wayfarer? I genuinely do not know how this next specimen will react, which makes it all the more fascinating. Releasing next subject now. Try engaging it in conversation. What a shame. Violence once more. Make a note of its delayed aggression. An unfortunate end, but we achieved some progress. Temporary, yes, but still. Do you feel it? History forming right before our very eyes? One last subject. Releasing it now. It's working. Talk to it. Don't delay. Did you see that? It understood you. It communicated. It's a success. No, it's more than a success. It's behind you!
Can't talk. I'm in the middle of something.
Thank you, Wayfarer. You have done a true service to science today. Did I know? No. Did I have a suspicion? Yes. I kept it a secret to preserve the sanctity of the experiment. Had you known, you might have refused to engage with the test subjects. Ignorance is bliss. With all that said, I believe your effort should be rewarded. And I know just what to give you. Tickets, of course. And these powerful grenades. They are guaranteed to get you out of any trouble. Now, Smythe will be in contact with you shortly. So, leave. I'm sure you do. Free your mind. Haven't you asked this before? Or am I just dreading the thought of such an obvious question? The answer's simple. Because I want to. and because I can. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Maybe it's never been about science. Ever since I was a child, death has fascinated me. There's something so thrilling about the sight of a dead body. Maybe it's the eyes, the stench, the rotting skin. You'll note these are all traits they share with ghouls. It was a logical evolution of my love. Ghouls are the culmination of human desire, perfect in every way, save for one problem. They all turn feral. But what if I could stop it? What if I could change that? Because I want to know. It is our right to know, don't you think? I have important business to attend, and so do you, I assume. I don't actually know, and I don't want to. All I want is to focus on my research. I can't quite do that with you hounding me every single minute now, can I? Develop another version of the serum? Maybe catch up on some reading. Whatever I end up doing, I want to do it without you looking over my shoulder. Yes, don't come back.
Delivery for you, Wayfarer. All in a day's work, Gov.
Run like hell and you'll be there.
Rule Britannia, Britannia rule the waves. Britons never, never, never shall be slaves.
Anything you need?
Yeah! there. Nice to finally see a living human face. I can talk, I can sing, I can whistle if you'd like. My name's Reggie, or Subject 822 if you've read my files. What's your name? Pleased to meet you. Truly. Yep. See that panel over there? It links up to the central computers. I was able to figure out how to get it to send out a signal to the outside world. Through the power of interpretive dance. I'm kidding. I hacked it with my claws and mandibles. Not the best tools for the job, but patience saw it through. I'm glad you asked. See that corpse over there? Yeah, the one that looks like flayed giblets. That's Professor Mina Carpenter. Or what's left of her. She's the one who made me like this. After a few hundred casualties. Thanks, I know. You know what they say. 822nd times the charm. There was a lot of trial and error. Look, I think it's about time I asked. I know we just met, but can you do me a favor? Ever since I watched Professor Carpenter die, I've been stuck in this tank. And it's fine. I get my food automatically, and this little robot fellow cleans up my leavings. But it's so boring. I want to go outside, swim in the Thames, feel the sun on my shell, see the world in all its irradiated beauty. Will you help me? Really? Thank you. I'm so excited. You have no idea. Freedom at last. You can switch off the containment protocol at Professor Carpenter's terminal. Then if you spin the valve in the maintenance room, the Thames outflow pipe will open and I'll be free. Simple, right? If there are any other test subjects lurking about, probably best just to terminate them. Mad bunch they are. Too aggressive to be reasoned with. Anyway, good luck.
Ahoy hoy, Wayfarer. I trust everything is under control, and this is merely a courtesy call. Call it a hunch. Everything in that lab must be destroyed. Were any scrap of evidence to be removed from that lab, the results would be catastrophic. It is for this reason every Angel lab is equipped with a self-destruct mechanism. Once it's activated, I would suggest making a quick exit. I would be concerned if I did. Excellent work. The aquarium is unrecoverable, or so the pigeons tell me. Freeing that crustacean was cataclysmic disobedience of orders, don't get me wrong. But causing the lab to flood was a nice touch. Much more inconspicuous. You're beginning to show promise, Wayfarer. But this next task will be the true test of your abilities.